Have you ever thought about why rain occurs or clouds develop? The process starts with water vapor in the air. The scientific measurement of this is known as humidity. Humidity measures the amount of water held by the air. Relative humidity, also known as RH, states the amount of water the air currently holds, or in other words, how close the air is to being full of water. RH can be calculated by the content divided by capacity multiplied by 100. For instance, 14 grams of water vapor in 1 kilogram of air gives RH 100%. The temperature at which water vapor will liquefy is known as the dew point. There are two ways we can get to the dew point. First, by bringing water vapor into the air, which raises the dew point and relative humidity. Second, by cooling the air, as occurs when winds form, cold regions or cold fronts enter. When air rises, pressure decreases and temperature decreases. This is known as the adiabatic process, a process without the adding or reducing of heat to change the temperature. The air cools until it hits the dew point temperature. Water then condenses and a cloud appears. If the air continues to rise, the droplets within the cloud grow heavy, causing rain. Convection is also involved. Downward movement of denser, cooler air and upward movement of less dense, warmer air. When the warm air rises and cools, it reaches its dew point, forming clouds which can lead to rain. Mountains can also cause precipitation. Air is lifted over mountains, cools, reaches dew point, and clouds form. This is called orographic lifting. The air pressure drops as elevation rises. The temperature falls and precipitation sometimes occurs. The air's temperature determines how much water vapor it can contain. The amount of water vapor that the air can hold varies by its temperature. Warm air has more capacity. Cold air has less capacity. Where RH is 100%, water vapor condenses to liquid. This is called condensation. Latent heat is released when water changes from one form to another, and it causes clouds to develop. In conclusion, precipitation is formed when air becomes water saturated. It can happen by providing water vapor, lowering the air temperature, or rising air. Clouds form, drops get heavier, and soon fall, which is the cause of precipitation.